I'm Grant Moon. I'm making a series of videos for Mustad. It's going to be for the 2014 Road to Calgary. Swiss Hind shoe, it's got quite a blocky toe. A definite characteristic is a flat heel on the outside with a slope. The inside heel has like a little radius in it, and the inside branch is slightly tapered. And it has mass slots between the first and second nail holes on inside and outside branches. The shoe is made from 25 by 10, and this one I'm going to make from 330 millimeters. It's punched for 7 Mustad Libero Arc 5s. So my first step of making the Swiss Hind is to cut the bar stock, and I've cut 330 millimeters here, that's about 13 inches. I'm going to mark it 10 millimeters off-centered towards the inside, so it's 20 millimeters longer on the outside. I'm going to then, my first heat, I'll take a bumping heat, and from my center mark to my inside it'll be 50 for the cooling point, and from the outside it'll be from the center mark 60 millimeters to the cooling point. It'll put a little bit of extra material on the outside for me to be able to work the outside mass a lot. So the first thing is to bump up, making sure we keep it straight while we're bumping. We have our first bump in the shoe, and now we want to check the length so we can be constant in our bumping. So right now I've bumped 3 centimeters into the shoe. The next step, I'm going to put on the heel angle. It's much easier to do while the steel is straight, so I'll take a quick heat hitting into it. So it's slightly upsetting the heel. So from the outside corner, we're going to hit the outside corner back in. That's creating the angle for the heel. I'll put a bit of boxing on while I'm doing it. So we've got our heel angle done, so we can see the angle of our branch, and the heel will be with the direction of travel. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to bend a fairly tight toe bend, because we're going to have to forge the toe to a blunt toe. So it's not bent to a blunt toe, it's forged to a blunt toe. Bending a tight toe bend. So we're going to have a lot of forging to do on this to make it square. I'm setting my toe quarters. And now I'm going to start forging it. From one corner to the center, I'll turn it. And I'll go from the corner to the center. We're thinking about the finished shape that we want. Now I'll flatten it. Bring it back down to 10 millimeters. The next thing I'm going to do is going to forge into the inside heel to create the radius, the scooped out inside heel. I'll push the heel in, and then I'll come into the corner of the heel with the round of my hammer. I'll flatten it. Into the corner again, shape the end of the heel, and now we can go to the horn, just clean it up. Detail in that heel now as we can. Now what we've got to do is visualize where we want the mass slots, and they're about 1/3 of the way back through the web. So the mass slots are going to line up there, so I'm going to just put a line across. I can put a little mark on the shoe just to localize my mass slots. Next thing is to set our mass slot. So we're going to take it in there with the round of our hammer, and then we're going to taper down the branch and put our scooped in area just in front of the heel. Put it on the corner, set our mass slot. Now go to our branch, draw it down behind the mast slot. Think about creating that shape for the heel. We're really creating shape for that scooped heel. Now we'll flatten it. Bring it back down to 10 millimeters. Flatten just in front of the heel. At this point, we do need to check the length so that we can be constant with our forging when we've got to make it to size. So right now, I've drawn this branch out to 160. Now we'll do the same to the outside. We'll set our mast slot and clean up our branch. I'm going to take my crosspeen and localize my mast slot. It just makes it a little bit more accurate in the corner. Now I'll carry on with my forging hammer. I'll draw out the branch a little. I'll clean up the corner in front of the mast slot. Make it a nice transition for the square toe. Right now I've drawn my outside to about 168 to 170. So now we can get on and make the shoe. Now I'm going to bend the branch and make my mast slot. I can pull my mast slot out. I never do this until I've bent the branch. It exposes the mast slot that you can get at it. I'll clean the mast slot up. I'll level the shoe. Now we can lay out our nail holes, one just in front of the mast slot, one just behind the mast slot, and then one at the quarters, and one in the middle. So I'm only punching, I didn't bring it too hot. Before I pritchel them, I like to just level them first. Tighten up the nail holes. Nice shine on the shoe. Now we can go through a stamp for the last time. And because we've stamped deep enough, the pritchel should work very easy. Level the nail holes. And just go through with a back punch to square the nail holes up. Now I'm going to check my nail holes with the Libero Arc 5. That's where I'm pretty sure they'll fit for the end now. So repeat on the inside branch. Now I'm going to bend my inside branch. Nice shape on the inside branch. Put over the soft edge of the anvil, put the mast slot there, and start pulling it down, enhancing the shape of it, trying not to damage the edge of the shoe. So we've got our mast slot there, we can turn it over. It's just bent up a bit, we'll flatten it. Now we can go on and punch the shoe. One nail hole just in front of the mast slot. One at the back of the mast slot, one in just in front of the quarters. Work the edges, enhancing the shape. all the edges, flatten it, get the punch to the bottom of the nail hole so it pritchels easy. Okay, one feature I haven't put on yet is the slope on the outside heel. I'll just forge the outside heel, put the slope on it.